I'm excited to welcome on one of the fastest risers and largest risers of the 2022 class, Felix Okpara. What's going on today, bro?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Pretty good, man. So let's just start this off. 2022 class means coaches can start calling you. I know you've been pulling a lot of offers recently. Obviously, one of the newest ones, Wake Forest. How's the recruiting going?
Yeah, it's been good. I mean, yesterday, a lot of coach hit me up and stuff, and this is the first time me getting like this attention, so it's kind of weird though.
Mhm.
I'm getting used to it.
And I know the first day is probably the craziest in that days. It's kind of slowing down a little bit now.
Yeah.
That's good. And so that first night, I know some guys talk about right at midnight, coach start texting, talking to you. What was that process like? Did you get a call at midnight? What was that?
Yeah, actually, I got a call from Vanderbilt right at 12 o'clock. Yeah,
That's
that was crazy. I was about to go to sleep, and this dude hit me up. He was like, he wanted to be the first to call me, so I appreciate him for that though. So throughout the days, yeah, I was getting different calls from different coaches.
And you just said, you were kind of planning maybe going to sleep soon. Did you know that that was kind of what's going to happen? Did you kind of expect a call to come in at midnight or a text coming soon?
No, like I said, it's my first time in getting this attention, so I was just lucky to be awake.
Absolutely. And the offers are going to keep coming in for you. You're one of the fastest, quickest riders right now. And we know there's going to be a big opening out at Hamilton Heights. A lot of guys are moving on to college now. And you're going to have really be one of the focal points of the team. How excited are you to take this next step?
It's really interesting, because next year is gonna be a little different than the other years. So next year we should try and get good new players to come in. Right now we just got like I think 3 or 4 guys from the old team coming over to stay, and it's gonna be different. Like yeah, it's gonna be different.
And let's talk about the team the way it's looking right now. Maybe the biggest change though right now is the coaching change. Obviously, you guys have a new coaching staff. Coach Cook's coming in. How excited are you about having him now be your coach?
I'm really excited. During this past week I've got to spend time with him. He's really cool. He's good, and I want to play with him because I believe he's going to be a good coach for Hampton Heights.
And we know obviously the coaching staff from last year is moving on. Coach obviously got a head coach or a coaching job in college. How excited are you for him to take the next step for him?
I'm really excited. I told him when he came over to tell me, I was like, I'm very happy for you, man. You just got to take it step by step. Soon it's gonna be coaching in D1 school. I believe that because he's one of the best coaches ever.
hmm And as you said, a lot of guys moved on. Right now, you guys have a guy named Reggie, which obviously is a very underrated guy, pulling a lot of offers as well. And obviously, you guys also have another guy, Brett, coming in now, transferring in. What's your bond with those guys? How excited are you for the next step with those guys?
I'm really excited to play with Bretner. I play with Reggie. Me and Reggie are really good. Like we really walk together. So Bretner, I'm really happy to work with him. Like he seemed like a really tough player and good player, and it's gonna help us offensively and defensively this coming year.
And a lot of the guys kind of had a limited role, including you last year, with all the talent on the team. You're taking the next step, and we know one thing that everyone talks about with you is you're a shot blocker. You're an elite shot blocker. What do you kind of plan to translate? What other parts of your game do you plan on expanding on now for this upcoming year?
Um, I'm trying to work on my. I'm working right now on my ball handling, my threes and jumpers. I'm trying to be an all-around player right now, and it's pretty going good for me. So this coming year, I don't think I'll be playing the center no more because Brett is gonna take that spot. So I'm playing like power forward or small forward.
Okay.
So I'm really trying to like change my game to that, and it's going smooth and good.
That's big time. And I think that's a key thing. I don't know if that many people realize that because you are a guy that can block shots at will. We know what you can bring on the defensive end. And adding that will be able to obviously make you a lot more modern day big man kind of guy.
Yeah.
And when you look at the schedule, we know you guys are going to be packed traveling all over the place if coronavirus obviously slows down. But you go out there having all these tournaments on the schedule. What are you most excited for?
Uh, we're gonna play good teams this year. I
Mhm.
know that. So I'm excited for all the games because every game counts, and every win, every loss counts too. So every game we're going, we got to go in and win every time. So I'm excited for all games.
Couldn't agree more. And we'll get back to this whole basketball stuff in a little bit. But obviously, your descent, where you're from, is Nigeria. What was it like growing up out there?
He's real crazy over there. You know, I didn't really play basketball till like I think 4 years ago, 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So all my life I played soccer. I didn't know anything about basketball. Then I overgrew. That's what they say in Nigeria. You overgrew. So I overgrew. Then I decided to change sports. And Nigeria is really it's really hard. It's really hard for people from Nigeria to like make it and be great or something. But if you give us a chance, give us an opportunity, we can show you that we're good or something.
And I think Nigeria is a country that's starting to get a lot more recognition basketball-wise. We see a lot of players either have family from there, someone like Spencer Dinwiddie, or guys just coming straight from Nigeria now to play in the NBA. Seeing the way the basketball's starting to develop out there, what's that like? What's it like seeing the way it's developing?
I'm really happy for Nigerians. Like Nigerians that are coming over to United States to make a good future for themselves. I'm really happy for them, and I'm really proud to be Nigerian after seeing those people. Like it gives me more joy and gives me more motivation to go and play harder and push harder.
And it's awesome because I think talking to a lot of guys that come from other countries, whether it be Europe, Africa, wherever it is, I think a lot of you guys have the same story in terms of growing up playing soccer and eventually you guys either get too tall or something like that happens. I mean, do you remember the exact day or something that happened where you realized you might just be too tall to play soccer?
I don't really remember the exact day, but it was kind of like the summer. Yeah, it was the summer. Then
Mm-hmm.
I was actually going for ping pong tryouts, and I saw a basketball court. I was like, then the coach came over to me, and my mom was like, I'm really tall that he wants to put me in the basketball team, and I didn't know anything about basketball. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a really strange sport. Like, so I kind of walked my way around it, and I walked out, and I'm here right now.
And I can imagine the first day of practice for you probably wasn't the easiest day. You know any funny stories? Do
Nah.
you have any funny stories about the first practice?
Oh yeah, I was traveling a lot. Like I didn't know that you got to bounce the ball. I thought you got to bounce the ball once and you just keep running with the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of weird. I don't know why I was thinking like that though. So it was weird. I did a lot of traveling for the first. I think for like a month, I was doing the same thing.
And so how old were you when you first started playing basketball?
Uh, I was 12. It was gonna be 13. He was kind of. He was kind of. I started playing March, and my birthday is in April. So
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of. I would say I was 13, going to be 14.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And so you obviously develop and you get the opportunity to come to America, obviously attend Hamilton Heights. What went in that decision? How'd you get the opportunity?
Yeah, like I said, I played basketball for like a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
So back in Nigeria, we have this stuff we call December competition. Like you go over there, they got different scouts coming over to watch players. You just go over there and play. So I got lucky. I picked up a scholarship. I was, I think that was like my best game ever.
Mm-hmm.
I played really good that game. I was just lucky and fortunate to pick up one. We got really good players in Nigeria. That's for sure. We
I've
got
had
really
a
good
couple other
players.
guys that come on and say the exact thing that there's still a lot of talent in Nigeria. And when you look at the country as a whole, how much more talent do you think there is in Nigeria still out there?
A lot more. Like they gotta go in and dig in and look for the talents. Like they're everywhere.
And when you talk about the national team, we know the Olympics are going to occur now in 2021, obviously, if everything gets healed up from the coronavirus issues. But Nigeria could potentially make a run, make the Olympics eventually with guys like Josh Okogie, Spencer Dinwiddie's going to be playing in it, so on and so forth. Is this something that you'd be interested in playing in if you have the opportunity to?
Yeah, very much. I would love to represent my country.
Mm-hmm. And
Mhm.
when you talk about some of the other players that's maybe in the NBA or college from Nigeria, do you have a bond with any of them?
Nah, I don't have a bond with any.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. And I mean, when you talk about the biggest difference to addressing to being an American, living the American lifestyle, what would you say was the biggest adjustment for you?
I would say it's the food. Like I don't know what you guys eat over here. It's different. We
Mhm.
have a lot of different food back in Nigeria. It's basically the food. Yeah,
Do you prefer food out in Nigeria or America?
man. But that's not a question, man. Nigerian food every day.
Without a doubt. And
Yeah.
going back to basketball now, I mean, you've been able to be in America a couple years now. You've adjusted to the language a little bit, I can imagine. and now you are sitting in a place with a ton of offers. How do you kind of plan to approach this decision where you ultimately commit sometime?
Uh, I don't know yet. I'm still trying to figure out. I'm trying to look at the schools that I've gone offer from. I'm trying to watch films on them. Still trying to figure out the schools and what my fit is. So it's gonna take a long time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And when you talk about what's a dream scenario for you, what do you want to see in terms of a coach? What's the personality, and what's kind of the feel you can get when you know it's gonna be the right school?
Uh, just like Coach Zach Farrell. I love him. I
Hmm.
love the way he coaches. I love the way he pushes players every day to get better. So I'll probably want to coach like that too. And the environment, I love environment where all the players like are for each other. Like Hamptonites, our guys were for each other. Like we're brothers over there. So that's kind of school and environment I would like to be in and coach too.
And you're a player that I believe is you're top 75 in all rankings right now, and you're a guy that a lot of people believe by the end of this year, by the time you end up graduating, you could very well become a five-star prospect. And with that would come the opportunity to possibly go straight to the NBA, being in the 2022 class, or at least go the G League route. Are those two options something you consider?
Uh, I don't think so.
Hmm.
I would love to play college basketball. Yeah.
That's big time. And for you
Hmm.
personally, you look at guys in the NBA, different players that you might model your game after. Is there anyone specifically that you like to kind of take pieces
Yeah.
from?
Giannis and I take picks from Giannis and KD.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I know you kind of talked about that kind of transitioning now to the forward, small forward, power forward spot. What's it going to take to be able to reach those, become an elite player at both those positions?
I just need to get consistent in my shots and work more on my ball handling. That's a good progress too. In my passing, game IQ,
Hmm.
stuff like that. And I'm good to go.
Couldn't agree more, man. And as you continue to approach the decision, I know a big part of a lot of guys possibly teaming up with someone, whether it be someone on your high school team, club season, and so forth. Is there anyone you've talked about possibly wanting to team up with in college?
Uh I don't know yet. I don't think I wanna. I mean, nah, I don't know yet.
Hmm. You look back at
Yeah.
the past season, you guys were one of the bubble teams to be able to make the Geico Challenge. I mean, that would have been a huge thing, obviously. But that means you guys obviously had a
Mhm.
big time year. 28-3 was your record. A lot of big time talent. You guys traveled all over the country. What would you say was your favorite tournament to participate throughout the year?
It was the KDMLA Classic at Washington D.C. Although we lost those two games, but it was good. It was tough. I love the competition over there.
Absolutely. And I've obviously had on quite a few guys from that team. Obviously, Sam's been on, Dominic, Drew, Dom, a lot of guys on that team. And all you guys talked about, you guys started the season as being a decent team, a top 25 in people's eyes. You guys were able to rise all the way up to number two at one point in the year. What was it like kind of proving so many people wrong throughout the course of the season?
He felt good. He felt real good proving them wrong. Like they didn't want to rank us at first. Like, but we
Hmm.
didn't care about that. Then when the rankings came out, and he was like, "That's crazy." So I mean, a lot of people were like, "I don't think they deserve to be number two spot," but still didn't care. We fought our way through. I mean, every game counts.
Hmm. And that's
Yeah.
something that, I mean, prior to the year, I know one of the biggest things that woke a lot of people up for you guys was when you guys came out to Arizona, the hoop ball event there, and were able to beat Hillcrest by a lot. I mean, I was at that game. That's when kind of a lot of people started saying, you guys are for real. A lot of you guys started getting a spotlight. And once the spotlight kind of clicked for you guys got a lot more attention. What was it like? How did you guys kind of get accustomed to having the spotlight on you?
I mean, we didn't really like take it a big deal,
Hmm.
but I mean, we enjoyed the spotlight for a little time we had in it. It was good, but we were decent about it. It's like we didn't take a big deal about it.
For sure, man. My last thing before I let you go is for you personally, I mean, what do you want your legacy to be both on and off the court before you walk away from this game someday?
Uh, I want people to remember. I want people to remember me. If we talk about a high school scenario, like I want to make sure I get a record for like most block shots in the season. and most rebound in the season because that's my strengths. So yeah,
What would you say is your block goal or kind of the goal you want to set for yourself in terms of amount of blocks in a season?
in the season a lot, but I'll probably want to average probably about 10, 11 blocks a game.
Wow. So that'd probably be near
Yeah,
almost 350 some blocks then, probably.
yeah, maybe.
No doubt, man. Well, definitely appreciate you taking time to come on, my guy. I look forward to seeing you what you're able to get done this year.
All right.
All right, man. Talk to you later, man. God bless.
God bless you.